Want to get nuts? Let's get nuts. I'm allergic to nuts.
You're watching Gamescom Studio on IGN. Lego Batman, The Legacy of the Dark Knight is the brand newly revealed Lego game coming from Traveler's Tales in 2026. Big surprise this week. Looks really awesome. I have to wait a long time to play it. You don't, because you played it already.
Yeah, I could go back in time and play it. That's how
we're not
long
going
I
to
have
do
to
all
wait.
that, but let's bring the audience into the session you did have playing with the game.
Yes.
So you played the game just a little bit under an hour, right?
Yes, I got a good little session with it. They let me wander around in Gotham for like 8 to 10 minutes. You know, they didn't want me straying too far, so they like reined me in. You know, I got in the Batmobile, drove that around. I had a choice of 3 different Batmobiles.
Nice.
I had the like Tumbler from the Dark Knight era, more of a classic Batmobile, and then a Batcycle. I didn't try the Batcycle, but I tried the Batmobile. It felt good. I'm actually I'm a big Arkham Knight apologist. I actually quite enjoy the Bat tank sections.
I think, you know, we've gone
That's my favorite of the
We've gone
games.
so long without an Arkham game that even the parts of the Arkham games that people, you know, may not have been so hot on at the time are in retrospect so much better than they, you know, than just getting no Arkham games for a long time.
Exactly.
Which is my next question. Now, this is like obviously taking a lot of cues from the Arkham series.
It is.
Rocksteady worked on those games. They're all sort of under the same Warner Brothers umbrella. Looking at the combat, it seemed like it's got a sort of a perfect balance of like Lego combat and Arkham combat. Is that correct?
It does. So yeah, I really saw that when I also got to play a whole full mission from the game, which was set in Ace Chemicals. And it kind of, if you're familiar with, you know, the 89 Batman, the Tim Burton Batman film, or the comic The Man Who Laughs, you'll kind of know the story that's being told there with Red Hood. And it's kind of there that I really got to grips with the combat. And it's, like you said, it's kind of Arkham light. It's hit and parry, dodge, occasionally throw a little batarang.
Yep.
I did that. You can also grapple people in.
I
with
love
the
that.
grappling hook and then punch them. They will fall into bricks. There's no blood in this game.
What?
I know. When are we going to get
my
Lego
kid is
blood?
going to be so mad.
I know. I enjoy blood.
I do too.
But yes, like you said, it also has a good deal of Lego stuff with it, which is, you know, you have the 2 characters. So I was playing as Batman, a surprise.
Yeah.
But also Jim Gordon was with me. And, you know, Batman has always batarangs, has his punching. They have big fists, knees as well. He has big knees. Jim Gordon.
One of his most noticeable attributes. I
always say that.
Easily in the top 3.
Exactly. But yeah, Jim Gordon, you know, he can punch, he can grapple. They give him a little go, so he can get around a little bit.
But and they give him like a little gun that shoots. It's like a...
Yes, it's like a little bit like the gun from Arcane's Prey, if you play that.
Okay.
It's kind of like a big like foam gun that can like, it's basically used to solve puzzles. So if there's, you know, as there was in the chemical plant, chemicals flying out of a pipe, he can use that gun to, you know, seal that off so you can get on your way.
Yeah.
You know, it's helpful. Jim Gordon, he's a helpful guy.
I would hope so, because it's like with a game that has co-op for the whole campaign, right?
Yeah.
Most people are going to be like, give me Batman. And so it's kind of like the, you know, you get the third-party controller as a second character. But they give him enough fun stuff to do, which is very cool. The open world, you got to experience a bit of it, right?
A tiny bit, yeah.
I'm really digging the art direction they're going with this thing.
Yeah.
Like, it's got, you know, it's got the silliness of a Lego game, but it's got the moodiness of an Arkham game. Did it feel like there's going to be a lot of stuff to find and puzzles to solve? Like,
it did. I was in like only a tiny little like sliver of that open world, but yeah, there were Riddler puzzles to solve. You know, it is, you know, I don't want to say, you know, it is an Arkham game in Lego form, and I'm very happy with that, to be honest.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's Riddler trophies, there's Batmobile like time trial races you can do as well. There's just random crimes happening you can respond to, but you just punch up a couple of people that are bunched up. You know, that's what we do here.
That's what we do here.
Yeah, and yeah, you can use his big knees to just thump people in the face.
You know, again, they put him front and center on every Batman poster. It's just right there, his knees under the logo.
Yeah.
One of the things that I really like about this game, like you alluded to, is you've got a roster of different Batmobiles and vehicles and stuff like that. But in terms of characters, it seems like they're focusing largely on Batman rather than doing like what the, you know, like I played a lot of the Lego games where there's Indiana Jones, for example, right? Once you get past the first 10 or so recognizable characters in Indiana Jones, you start reaching like henchman number 47. But in this game, it seems like they're going like, we're going to focus on Batman, the Bat family, and his suits. And which Bat suits did you see?
I saw the one from the Batman, so Robert Pattinson's Batman.
Nice.
The Dark Knight suit. There was a Golden Age one. There was one, I think, from Batman the Bold and the Brave, the comic, I think.
Yeah.
And then there was one more, which was like I'm not familiar with it, it was a multicolored Batman suit.
Oh, it's like a rainbow one.
Yes,
yeah,
the rainbow one.
That's fascinating.
Yeah.
So I think they're going to have a lot of fun with the unlockables in that game.
Yes,
for sure.
they will. And there's a lot of characters, and like you said, they are solely focusing on Batman. I was told this is not a DC Universe game. Do not expect Superman, Green Lantern, anyone to turn up in this game. It is the Batman, Rose Gallery of villains, and Joker is one of the main villains in the game, which is not a surprise. And at some points, because they're doing the weird thing where they're telling their own story, but using almost like scenes and stories from everyone else's Batman stories.
Yeah.
So like they have their own origin story, which again is kind of what I saw, which is early on it'll be like a younger Batman in Ace Chemicals from Batman 89, but then later on that Joker may turn into Heath Ledger's Joker for a couple of missions. And
Interesting.
Let's strike quickly.
Okay, so we talked about combat. Usually get some like grunts in the environment, but there's got to be some bigger sort of, more boss fightier type of scenarios.
I mean, as I said, this mission involved Red Hood.
Yeah.
And it wasn't so much cool. I wasn't fighting against him. There was a bit where I had to like dodge several rockets he was firing towards me, and that was more of a puzzle fight. But there were kind of bigger enemies that, bigger than the standard grunt, where actually were very similar. I it's that muscle memory from the Arkham games. I knew exactly how to deal with them. They charge towards me and you can either dodge and they run into a wall and then you can hit them, or as they're running towards you, throw a quick batarang and they'll get stunned. Then you punch them quite a few times. And yeah, I'm interested to see how they do handle boss battles, because as much as I love the Arkham games and the characters, I don't know if they ever fully nailed boss fights completely in those games. The Mr. Freeze one people talk about a lot. The Deathstroke one in Origins is well known. But yeah, I'm intrigued. Not that the Lego games are necessarily known for their boss fight. This feels like almost a level up, because something I also didn't mention is that this game actually involves difficulty options, which you've never seen in a Lego game.
Yeah.
You can play it in Classic, which is the Lego, standard mode where unlimited lives, doesn't matter if you get beaten. But they also have 3 difficulty modes, and the third one I think is called Dark Knight mode, where it's difficult, there's tough enemies, but also you just have 3 lives, and then if you lose all 3 of those, you have to do the whole mission all over again. So quite severe for a Lego game.
So yeah, I was sort of surmising that this is a story that takes place over like generations, maybe. I
think it is just one Batman story. He's not going to necessarily change. Like, you're always playing as that Batman. He'll just have different outfits,
right?
But it'll be taking different generations of Batman's story to tell its own story. They described it as the definitive Dark Knight story.
That's great.
It's bold and brave.
It is.
Yeah.
And full of knees.
Full of knees.
One of the things that I'm really looking forward to is, and if they're there, Riddler puzzles.
No,
the
sorry.
knees. Yes, of course the knees.
Yes,
the bat knees.
The Riddler puzzles are there.
Riddler puzzles are back. That is awesome. So I was like always wondering about that, because I learned about this game 24 hours ago. But that was a big thing about Batman games. The Arkham games specifically is like going around the open world, finding that Menace's puzzles that he put everywhere.
Yeah.
And I love them. I'm glad they're here.
I'm glad as well. I also like the knees.
Did you solve it?
I have quite big knees.
Let's get a look at those. Those are great.
I could be your watchful protector.
He's got 2 of them too, which is, in this economy.
But I don't hurt people.
Crazy. Anyway, Cardy, thank you so much.
That's fine, anytime.
Can people watch your full preview anywhere? Or
not yet. They can read it.
They can read
once
it.
I've written it. I haven't written it yet, but
they
will.
can also watch this video again. Just run it back. You'll have a good time.
Batman.
Yeah, Batman. He's back. And he's bold and he's brave, and his knees are bigger than we've ever seen in our entire lives. Batman, the Legacy of the Dark Knight.
Yes.
Comes to consoles and PC next year.
Yes.
What, next June or just 2026?
Just 2026.
I'm guessing
you're making up a date.
I'm making up a date. Yeah, I'm making up a date. Brian from IGN says
feels like
June,
a summer
blockbuster.
blockbuster.
Summer blockbuster time.
Knees out on the beach.
Knees out on the beach for Lego Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight. We have plenty more knees out on the beach right here at Gamescom Studio on IGN. So don't go anywhere.
I'm so sorry.
I am too.